Hello friends, welcome to my channel, Caffeine Queen Crafts. My name is Sarah, and we are diamond painting tonight. We're very often diamond painting. Been a couple nights this week where we've been cross-stitching, but tonight we are diamond painting. So let me just get things a little organized. I've got two things of washi tape out. Neither of them are what I've been using with this kit. Supplies. All right, so tonight we are working on my Summer with the Masters project. Sorry if you hear some thumping. There's a kitty cat in the background. Who is gonna open a soda? Sorry. There's a kitty cat in the background who is deeply offended, I guess, by this dragonfly that's outside. How dare it be near her home. All right, so we are working on my Summer with the Masters project. If you don't know, then not sure how you found my channel, which is very, very small. But Summer with the Masters is a diamond painting event that happens between June 1st and the end of July, put on by Katie over at Diamonds and Washi, where you work on art that is in the public domain. So, this is Irises by Vincent van Gogh. I've seen it called Irises. I've seen it called Irises in Vase. There's a few different things. I have two projects going for Summer with the Masters. Sorry, I need my pliers. This is one. This is I always do a Van Gogh kit because my mom's favorite artist was Van Gogh. For those of you that don't know, Summer with the Masters was like the first big diamond painting event I ever did. And I started on the day of my final IVF transfer that resulted in my daughter. And I picked a Van Gogh kit because it was my mom's favorite artist. Sorry, I keep thinking I hear someone coming because I'm just in the dining room. And then after I started it, I discovered Summer with the Masters. I happened to actually start it exactly. June 1st is the start date of Summer with the Masters. And that was the exact day of my transfer and the exact day I started diamond painting. So I always think of, you know, that summer. All right, sorry. So in my single placer, I am using Super Sticky with the Rainbow Sloth. They're super sticky popsicles, I guess. Like, they come in these little popsicles now with the rainbow unicorn for Pride. And then I am just using regular putty. The super sticky is from Patty Wax, and the regular wax is from Patty Wax. I will link their shop down below. It's their rainbow flavor, which is, I don't know, it smells very like fresh and sweet, I think is the best way to describe it. So, we're doing a Patty Wax night. And I've been doing a whip wheel because I've got 4 whips going right now. But I decided not to spin it tonight because it has just so happened that I haven't actually gotten to film myself working on this kit. And I'm on my last row. And it's only a partial canvas, which for those of you that are new to diamond painting means the whole canvas is not covered, it's just part of it. Which can give it a more dynamic look, but also can mean that the kit goes faster. So I am doing this one really quickly, and I wanted to make sure that it made it into a whip and chat before it's done. I've got Miso the cat right next to me. All right, so super sticky, rainbow, wax, both from Patty Wax. This cover minder is from Pure Bliss Co. And the tray that I'm using tonight is my first like custom 3D printed tray I've ever ordered from Forever Young. I love it. So some features of the tray. It's got this shelf here for your drills. Like you shake it down and your drills like lay here. This little spout cover so that things don't go flying. But my favorite part about it is when you put it in the lid, it's at an angle. So then you know it just makes diamond painting a little easier on your wrist. I diamond paint flat, so being able to pick up my drills angled is nice. And then the pen is from Diamond Art Club from their Amazon store. The tray is also from Amazon. I will link those down below. I'm gonna try to set up an Amazon affiliate account. So if you purchase either of these items, I might make a small commission, I might not. The canvas is from Make Market. And guys, I've been looking for it. I have not found it. I bought this canvas a while ago. And I don't know if they make it anymore. I think it might be discontinued, which would make me very sad, but you know, is what it is. So my diamond painting, I tend to have like a flow, a system that I like to go on with every kit. Every kit's a little different. Sorry, with the camera. But with all Make Market kits, I like to start with the colors that are in red, because if you can't see, like, the way it's printed on the canvas, it almost looks purple, but the irises are obviously blue, but it looks that way because the red printed on the canvas with the blue behind is making it look red. So once I cover up the red, it will not look so purple. That is always my big complaint with Make Market, is that their symbols are red. The other thing to be aware of if you get your hands on an old Make Market kit, the new ones that you buy in the store in Michael's, because Make Market is the Michael's brand, if you buy the new ones, they won't have this problem, but the old kits did not ever include the DMC. So you couldn't save your drills afterwards. So in this case, I'm not gonna be able to save the drills after, which is fine. I use them in other projects when I can't save them. Primarily, I'm a special ed teacher and I'll make, you know, those calm down jars that are full of glitter and knickknacks. I will put spare old drills that I don't know the DMC to in those, so that the kids can shake them and watch them settle. Popping up. I gotta remember with patty wax that I shouldn't push down so hard. I push pretty hard on my drills. I need to not. Patty wax works better if you have a lighter touch. But I'm a little heavy-handed. What can you do? All right. So that is all the stuff. This is, I think, the last big section of this canvas I have left. Like the only section with any real significance. The other sections are just the tops of flowers because it's a partial. And how I did the partial was I just divided it up equal. Like there was one section, say section in air quotes, that didn't actually have any drills in it the way I divided it up. I'll try to put a picture in. So yeah, we're coming towards the end of this kit. Should be sad. It's my annual Van Gogh from my mom. All right. So let's see what's been going on. Oh, all my friends are officially on summer vacation, which is nice. I'm probably going to go back to work in the fall. Nothing's set in stone yet, though, so knock on wood, and we're not going to really talk too much about it. But yeah, so that's on the horizon, and I'm thinking about that. And I keep saying I'm not going to plan for it or anything like that, but I'm planning what diamond paintings I would want to put up in my classroom, what cross stitches I'd want to do, you know, for like themes and to inspire the kids and just for vibes. I always tell myself I'm going to have like the most organized classroom in the world, but I'm just not. I'm not a person who physically organizes space well, and then who maintains it. I like an organized space. But as soon as I get overwhelmed, I stop maintaining it. Organization is like a mindset, I think. But we're going to give it a shot maybe again this year. I'm ever the optimist. Assuming I take the job, which, knock on wood, hopefully I will. Let's see. What else? So I have a 1-year-old who on the channel we call Holly because we care about her privacy. And she is such a cutie. But it's been a rough couple weeks. So she's teething. I feel like every morning when I check her teeth, she has new teeth. Like, you know, this time last month, she had 4 teeth. And now she's got 8. She's doubled the amount of teeth she has in a month. And it has been a journey that she and I have been on. I have not been super involved. I've mostly just been giving her Tylenol to help her sleep when it gets real bad. But, you know, basically, she has not really been tolerating people who aren't me very well. Like, I left her with her grandpa so I could go to the dentist. Last week, and she just screamed bloody murder the whole time I was gone. It was a journey. And she normally will tolerate me or my aunt. She loves my aunt, actually. I think she prefers my aunt to me sometimes. There's been a couple times where I take her from my aunt. She gets upset. She, you know, goes to me, and then she reaches out and looks like she wants me to take her, but then she just shoves me away. Like, you know, but, so but that aunt has been sick and has not been able to come over. So, for the past couple weeks, it has just been me. For those of you that don't know, I am what they call a single mom by choice, which means I had her on my own, used a donor, best decision of my life. And we get by pretty well. I'm very lucky to have a super supportive family, and everyone just adores her. She's the sweetest and the cutest little baby in the whole world. So, since it's just been the 2 of us, though, this week, and by that I mean, like, no dropping her off, no leaving her with grandpa for a bit to let me run errands by myself, no aunt taking her so that I can, you know, craft in peace or anything like that. It's been something. So I've been trying to keep us busy, and I always try to keep us busy. We go on like adventures and excursions at least once a week. But this week has been even more so. Like, I normally do pick up on the groceries. But this time I'm like, no, we're going to go into the store to kill some time. Since it's just you and me all the time. Because a girl can only watch Mary Poppins and sing so many times before she loses her mind. Yeah. But this week for our excursion, we're in the St. Louis area. And we're very close to I always forget that it's there. It's the Grant Historical Site. So Grant was the president after Lincoln. And his wife, her family was from just outside of St. Louis. And they owned a plantation. They were slave owners. And after her parents got older, they bought the farm from them. It's where Grant's children were born for the most part and grew up. And I didn't know this. Apparently he got swindled out of a lot of money towards the end of his life, and he had put the house up as collateral on a loan with the Vanderbilts. And according to the park ranger, the Vanderbilts were going to let him out of it. I have a hard time believing that for some reason, but I have no evidence at all to support that, so that's just my gut feeling. So it got sold, and over the years, you know, the land got partialed off, so it's not nearly as much land as it used to be. That's it for that color. Let me double check. Yeah. So it's not nearly as much land as it used to be. But the house itself and the barn that he built while he was president and part of the land is all preserved now. The family used to live there. Can't imagine that family, how that family feels now, being like, oh yeah, we used to own the Grant family's ancestral home. That's crazy. Try to do the green. I try to keep the whole canvas moving. That's an old tip from my art teacher when I took visual arts when I was in middle school. She used to say to keep your whole canvas moving. Obviously, I don't keep the whole canvas moving, but I keep the whole section that I'm working on moving. I don't finish one thing and move on. It's like if I did a green, now I gotta do, or I did a blue, now I gotta do a green to keep that moving so that I don't finish one section, you know. Anyway, so Grant's house. We went to the Grant Historical Site. There's a museum there. You can go into the house and see all the different things. And you know, they had a nice tour of the house, nice gift shop, nice museum. Holly's too little to really appreciate any of that, but she's not the only one who goes on these outings. They're not all for her, and she's at the age where she's not going to remember it all anyway. So if I want to spend one of our week outings at the Grant Historical House, that is what we're going to do, and that is what we did, and I had a great time. She liked, there's like one set of stairs. There was almost no one there when we went. And there's a set of stairs that leads down to, they call it the summer kitchen, not the summer kitchen, the winter kitchen, which was the indoor kitchen where they would cook to help, you know, heat the house in the winter. So there was the winter kitchen, which was in the basement. And there was no one in there. No one there, and she recently has mastered going up and down stairs. So we went up and down those stairs a few times, you know, her on her own. And oh, did she love that. And she liked walking up and down the ramp to get in and out of the house. We're big on ramps now. But yeah, if you're ever in the St. Louis area, I highly recommend it. It actually is pretty kid-friendly, just maybe not baby-friendly or toddler-friendly in a lot of ways. But, like, there was a dress-up section in the museum, and they've got the, you know, it's run by the National Park Service, so they have the Junior Ranger program. So there's like scavenger hunts that the kids can do, and stamps. That's the big thing. We have national park passports, which if you don't have them, they're awesome. You should get them if you go to national parks with any frequency, where you get stamps for every location you go to with like the date and where you were. Okay. So we did a green, we did a blue. I think we're going to do another blue. Yeah, we'll do another blue. Just kind of go back and forth to keep the whole thing moving. All right. You know, 9. That percentage symbol. That looks like a good one to do. Because again, I like to keep it just flowing. And this kit, I feel like goes pretty quick. Maybe it's because it's circular. I don't do a lot of circle drills. When I do circle drills, it's usually Make Market. I've never done Make Market square kit, but I have not, like square drills, but I have not heard good things. And think I said that I'm pretty sure this kit has been discontinued. It's an older kit that I bought a few years ago and has been in my stash for a minute. But I will check one more time. And if I really can't find it, then I will link a different Van Gogh Make Market kit down below. Oh, there's that Y symbol. I always, as soon as I put the color away, I find some. It's just those three. I'm going to try to get them. Hate that. So annoying. Yeah. Another fun fact I learned about the Grant Historical site is that the house and the land is called Whitehaven, but the house is green. They explained why, but I forgot, and I couldn't get over it. It was just funny. Oh, so in terms of diamond painting, this week, I had one finished this week.